Hello everyone, welcome to CielWrestling. I am Ciel.
And this is Ruben.
And we're going to be talking about SummerSlam 2024. But before we do, make sure you go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know your predictions for this PLE. And let's get started.
Okay, so right before we start off and get to the matches, I want to point out that I really appreciate that this card is 7 matches.
Yeah.
We finally get a longer card. Usually we were stuck with 5. But now they add 2 more, and I think it's a complete card. Every single match I'm looking forward to.
Right, it doesn't feel like there's any filler matches, which for other PLEs, I mean, lately, since they're shorter, there's hardly any filler matches, but it just feels fresh to have a longer card, and it's not a match that you can skip.
Yeah, no, 100%. There's no bathroom breaks in this one, right? So, for the first match that I want to point out is Logan Paul versus LA Knight. Tell me, who do you think wins?
I think it's time to bet the title on LA Knight. I am a fan of Logan Paul and what he does in WWE. However, this run, I haven't been a big fan of it. Just because it feels like he's barely there.
He's a part-timer. He's defended the title twice. He really is not active. I still do not see him losing the title at SummerSlam.
I think that the argument that can be said here is if LA Knight doesn't win this, where does he go from here? I don't think that he's going to get a world title anytime soon. Just give him the United States Championship. Give him something, at least for the fans, to celebrate with him.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't, because LA Knight gets snubbed of everything. He should have won Winning the Bank last year. He should have already been at least a mid-card a mid-card champion by now. I wouldn't be surprised if Logan retains. And what makes it even more weird if Logan loses, it's in Ohio. I highly doubt they would make him lose at his hometown. Do you think that's possible? Me personally, I don't think so. But I mean, if they did it with Drew, right? But Logan's the champ right now, so.
Well, final pick, LA Knight.
Logan Paul.
Next match is Bayley against Nia Jax for the Women's Championship. I feel like it can go either way, but for the sake of having different answers, I'm going to go ahead and say that Bayley retains the championship. If I were to defend this point, though, I'll say that the Money in the Bank winner, Tiffany, she's a heel. It doesn't make sense for her to cash in on Nia because she's another heel. I mean, it could happen, but I just don't see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with Bayley.
I disagree. I think it's ding ding ding, upset alert. I think it's Nia Jax who wins, and the reason why is because I do think Tiffany cashes in on her. I know it's weird a heel cashing in on a heel. That's completely random. That hardly ever happens. It's usually either a heel cashing in on a face or a face cashing in on a heel. However, I think this is Nia Jax's time to really get the championship. Bayley, on the other hand, she's just...
It's been a bit of a stale run, to be fair.
Right, it's boring, and I feel like... I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. If you guys are Bayley fans out there, I really do appreciate Bayley and what she's done in this company, but this title reign specifically has just not been it. Has not been it for me at all.
And I don't think it's her fault. I think they just haven't booked her right.
Yeah,
she spends all time backstage not really doing anything with the title.
Right.
And again, it's not her fault. I get why people think the reign is boring and stale, but I still think that there's a little bit more left in the tank, and I think she will retain.
Now, this match, I felt as if we should have had a new champ by now, but I think this is for sure a title change between Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn. I already said it. I think Braun Breaker has to win this match, and he's going to, and I don't see a reason why he doesn't.
I agree. I don't think there's much to debate here. Last predictions for Money in the Bank, I had Sami retaining because I thought that was the correct choice. I haven't been a fan of Sami's reign, to be fair, but I didn't think that Braun was quite ready. It felt really surprising though to see him lose clean, but I think
that was very surprising.
I think SummerSlam is the time. I think we're getting a new Intercontinental Champion for sure.
I agree, and if there has to be a title change, it has to be this one. I think Braun Breaker is going to walk out of SummerSlam as IC champion.
Okay, so the next match is Liv Morgan defending her championship against Rhea Ripley. This is Rhea's comeback after her injury, and to be honest with you, I am terrified about this match. I am huge.
So many things can happen, and like what makes it even more sad is that we're close to the end of the Judgment Day, and someone's turning. It could it be Dom? Could it be someone else? But for sure, someone is going to do something in that match.
Yeah, I was getting to that. I am a really big fan of the Judgment Day, but I think they've been teasing a little too much. I think the breakup needs to happen sooner rather than later. Obviously, I'm going to comment on whether or not Damian retains later on in the video, but for now, I don't think that Rhea is walking out with the championship, but not because Dom is turning on her. I think that the person who is turning on the Judgment Day at SummerSlam is going to be Finn Balor. I think he's going to help one way or another
Finally.
For Liv to retain.
Finally, and I really wanted this for Finn too. It should happen at SummerSlam. No other bigger stage than SummerSlam. And I just think that it will obviously be very sad because one of the top factions, one of the best factions of all time, in my opinion. So it's good for Finn Balor, but very sad for Judgment Day fans, for sure.
It is, but I think it's time for Finn to move on to greater things. So final picks, we both have.
I have Liv Morgan. Yep, I think Liv Morgan retains. So now the next match, we have Damian Priest versus Gunther. Now, I am officially a Damian Priest apologist. I did not like him as a champion. I thought he was going to lose it quick. However, he has been such a good champion. I have been very impressed with his work throughout these months leading up to SummerSlam. And me personally, I'm going to just say it off the bat. I would love if Damian Priest retained. What do you think?
I've been a fan of Damian Priest since the start. I was one of the few that defended the decision to have him be the champion. A lot of people were calling him a transitional champion, a paper champion, a placeholder champion.
I thought so, but
no, you know, he's proven that he's capable of being the face, or at least before Rhea came back, of Monday Night Raw and leader-ish of the Judgment Day. I would love for him to retain, but I actually have Gunther for this match.
I'm going with my heart, and I want this to happen. For the first time, I want Damian Priest to retain. He has been a really good champion, and every single one of his matches in PLEs have been so good. 5 stars. Even like just his feuds, like just the way he carries himself right now, like I love him right now. Also the back and forth with him and Gunther in these last couple of weeks for the rivalry. It's been very personal for sure.
Has been very personal, and I mean, I would love for Damian to retain, but like I said, I have Gunther, but I guess we'll see. For the next match, this I think has been the best feud.
One of the best feuds
of this year.
Yeah.
And the build up to it has been phenomenal. It has been from start to where it is now, and I don't think this feud is ending anytime soon. And we're talking about, of course, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. This is CM Punk's first singles match since his return to WWE last November. Who do you have for this match?
I'm so mad. I'm so mad for one reason, and one reason only is
I think we have the same reason to be mad about.
The special guest referee is Seth Rollins. I'm not mad because, okay, I'm gonna just say off the bat, CM Punk is not winning this match at all. He has no chance, especially if Seth is the referee. He has no chance in winning this match. It just sucks that we didn't get like a CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre singles. Add like, you know, maybe Extreme Rules, a street fight, whatever it is that you want. But why have Seth Rollins be the man to be judging this match when we know damn well Seth is going to cost CM Punk this match?
I think that I can think of a few reasons as to why they would have Seth there. Obviously, they want to further the feuds with him and CM Punk, maybe for next Mania. Him and Drew have some little history too.
But there's so much time.
I get that, but we also need to remember that CM Punk is getting old and prone to injury. So I feel like having Seth in the match is sort of like, oh, maybe Drew doesn't have to carry Punk throughout the whole match, you know? You have Seth there too. And I feel like if Punk were to get injured, which I hope he doesn't in this match, you can have Seth and Drew continue the story until Punk is ready to come back. Or if he takes a little break after this match and we get to see their rematch maybe at Bad Blood, the Rumble, I would love to see that. I'm not a fan of having Seth be involved in their story so soon.
Right.
But, you know, I like you said, I don't think CM Punk is winning this. I think Drew needs to win something, and this is the proper right match for him to win.
Right. It's sad because I am a CM Punk fanatic. I love this man, and him coming back and him losing is gonna really break my heart.
Yeah, but it has happened. I love Drew, and I love Punk, so I'm okay with either one. Do you want to go ahead and tell us about the last matchup? Which...
Ooh. So, by the way, if you guys support Solo, like, please, like, don't associate me with you, for real. Like, this guy's cringe, okay? But we're not gonna get too personal with Solo. We're gonna go and head straight to the match. Cody Rhodes versus Solo. What do you think? And who do you think is gonna win?
I think this match should not be the main event. There's
Right.
only one reason it's main eventing, and put your ones up. Because Roman is coming back.
Yep,
That's the reason it's
exactly.
main eventing. Whether it's Paul Heyman introducing Roman back as the one and only tribal chief, or we're just gonna get Roman in the middle of the match, or maybe after the match. I think we're seeing Roman for sure, though. I think we have to. If that match main events, we're seeing Roman Reigns' return.
Yeah, of course. And if this is the main event, you know, because in my opinion, this match should not be the main event unless Roman comes back. And since it is the main event, right? It is.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it's probably sealed and done the main event. And if it is, Roman is coming back 100%. Because I think there are more, how can I say this? There are probably more exciting matchups in this card than this match specifically. But with Roman coming back, that's just a monumental statement from Roman. And it has to be the main event, of course, if he comes back.
Of course. I am a little bit conflicted about this because on one hand, I don't think Cody's losing the title to anybody that's not The Rock at WrestleMania.
Right.
But I also don't want to see him in a feud with the Bloodline right now when Roman comes back. And I've seen people talk about if they do War Games this year, we're probably going to have a team like New Bloodline against like the old Bloodline, and we get the Usos and Sami in there and Cody. I do not want Cody in that team. I don't. Cody needs to go out and do his own thing. Yes. I understand he's in the middle of the Bloodline feud. Okay, get him out of there. Like, let the Bloodline feud within each other. I think it's save Cody.
He should have been drafted to Raw, man.
Yeah.
This is really affecting him.
Yeah.
100%.
So, final pick?
Cody Rhodes is winning this.
With Roman returning at the end of the night.
Of course.
So, how excited are you for SummerSlam?
I am very excited because, like we mentioned before, there are no skips in this card whatsoever. I'm very excited for every single match in this card. Definitely the one that I'm really looking forward to a lot is Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
That's the one that I really want to see because there can be so many different outcomes, but it's going to be a very sad day for Judgment Day fans for sure.
I agree. I think that's the match I'm most excited about. That and Damian Priest and Gunther. I feel like,
banger.
The Judgment Day is definitely going to steal the show one way or another. But let us know what your predictions are for SummerSlam. And if you want to go ahead and follow us on social media, where can we find you?
You can find me on TikTok on Ruben's Way Only, and also my Instagram, Ruben Galvan _ She'll put all the links down there in the description.
And you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, CielWrestling. We will be watching SummerSlam and recording and posting our reactions there, so if you want to go ahead and watch that, please go ahead and follow. We'll see you next time. Bye!